Welcome to week 13 of the Confidence Revolution, lucky number 13. I don't believe in bad luck, I only believe in good luck. That's my prerogative, so I encourage you to do the same. I'm so proud of you guys, and let me know how you're doing. This week I want to talk about love. So, gosh, love is misunderstood, right? I think so. I think love gets too good of a rap sometimes and also too bad of a rap sometimes. I don't think that love is passive. I don't think that love is something that just happens. I really think that love is something that has to be invested in, constantly invested in. And I believe that love is dynamic. I believe it's ever changing. I believe the space between two people can either grow stale or I think it can expand. And I think the choice is totally and completely up to the two people involved. Now, I've heard people say, well, I fell out of love with them. I'm not going to say that that's hogwash. I don't think that at all. But I do think that in relationships, we have the opportunity to invest in it, and hopefully in turn, the other person will invest again. So it's just this kind of orbit, right? Like, I put something good into this space, you put something good into this space, and that's what expands. So the space between two people, I learned this from Rob Bell and Kristen Bell. They wrote a book called The Zemzem of Love. The space between two people is called Zemzem. So it's a dynamic space. And now it doesn't matter if it's a romantic relationship, it could be a friendship, it could be a colleague. But that space is a space that only exists between you and the other person. And so whatever you throw into that space is going to grow. So if you throw a little resentment in there, a little sassiness in there, maybe just a little teeny white lie in there, that is what's going to grow and grow and grow. Now, on the other hand, if you throw a little thoughtfulness in there, a little kindness, maybe you're extra sweet one day, maybe you're extra thoughtful and you take out the garbage even though you know your wife always does it, or you do the dishes even though you know your husband always does it, whatever that is. It's one act of kindness leads to another act of kindness, and that is what snowballs. Now you're thinking, yeah, that's great, but I always make the bed, I always do the dishes, and maybe your husband's thinking, I always change her oil, I always pay the bill, she never has to worry, but neither of you feel very loved. I've heard that a ton, right? Have you ever heard someone say, we were like roommates, or we were like two ships passing in the night? Nobody wants a relationship like that. Nobody wants to be a ship passing in the night. That sounds like a terrible thing. A relationship should be fulfilling and exciting and thoughtful and sweet, right? And it should be something that both people gain energy from. And so the way you know how to love your partner, what exactly is the thing to put in that space, is this book. It's called The 5 Love Languages, The Secret to Love That Lasts. Now, you guys may have already rolled your eyes and said, oh God, it's so cheesy, right? Okay, just stick with me here. This helps us identify how we receive love. So it breaks it down that each of us receives love in 5 different ways, or potentially 5 different ways. Words of affirmation, quality time, gifts, acts of service, and physical touch. And so it has this nifty quiz here at the end. I earmarked it. And page 192 has a quiz. And it has, 30 questions. And it helps you identify how you best receive love. So maybe you feel really loved when you hear words of affirmation all the time. I love you, you're so beautiful, you're doing a great job, you're a great mother, you're a great wife. Maybe those things are like gold to you. Or on the other hand, maybe acts of service is your love language. So if somebody, let's say if your husband helps you clean the bathrooms, take out the trash, maybe he picks up the clothes from the cleaners, and then your heart is just singing like, hallelujah, he finally gets it. And maybe that is when you feel really loved. And so it helps each partner identify what exactly their other partner needs, and it also helps us identify what we need to feel loved. So we don't spend years and years throwing acts of kindness and thoughtfulness, and you're thinking, gosh, well, I do all this for them. Well, I don't understand why they don't feel loved. We can skip all that confusion and we can identify exactly how we love best and exactly how our partner loves best. And then the Zemzem, the space between us, really gets awesome because we know exactly what to put in that space and we know exactly how our partner's going to respond. And then, gosh, guys, relationships get so exciting. And as a side note, they also have this for parents and children. So we want to love our children fiercely, right? We want them to know that no matter what, they don't need to earn our love. We are going to love them. But we also want to love them in the way that they best receive it. And so I really recommend this book, and also, all the other love languages books that are written by Mr. Gary Chapman. Okay, guys, I hope that this helps. I hope that your relationships become richer and more peaceful and more fulfilling, and that they're everything you want. And guys, don't be roommates. Don't be like two ships passing in the night. There's so much out there between you and the person you are with. Okay, I'll see you guys later. May God's grace and peace be with you.